do is, okay, so inside's 3 tall, that's 4, and those spikes make it 5. So I normally make my walls 5 to 7 tall. Once they're 7 tall, I can take them out horizontally as spikes or bars. And what basically happens is it stops them from being able to keep climbing up if they manage to land like a good hit in particular. The only problem is like spitters and stuff like that can like super affect the walls and destroy it and stuff. That's really the only downside to it. So you like alternate realities. Hold up a sec, I need a swig of drink. I felt like I was going to have like a coughing fit. And I'm like, as a result, I only had like a small cough. So yeah, alternative realities and multiverses and shit are probably like some of my most fun conversations. I love hearing what people fucking think of stuff like that. Because like, I don't know, I think there's like too much stuff for it not to be a possibility. You know, too much fucking universe for that shit not to be something. Girl, the lore surrounding you we uncovered just makes me more and more... makes you more and more like main character. Whatever you're telling us is interesting. Look, I think I have said this before. I don't watch like drama shows because my life is one. I have specifically said this on numerous times that like I have so much shit that's happened in my life, good and bad, weird and strange stuff, right? And it's really just one of those scenarios where if I wasn't the fucking person living it, I probably wouldn't believe that it was physically possible to happen to one person. There has been a lot of stuff. There is some stuff I will never actually discuss because it is horrendous. And if you think some of the stuff I've mentioned so far is, I'm sorry, but there's worse. There's a lot worse in my life. But there are some things I'll never personally discuss for many reasons. And thanks for hugs, Elise. Yeah, no, I have lived an interesting life. By the age of 26, most of the stuff that I have spoken about was when it happened. A lot of from 26 to 30 was me recovering from a lot of things that has happened. Mainly Crohn's. Crohn's took a long time to recover. I also have permanent injuries that have happened as well that I had to recover from prior to that. That took a couple of years as well. And yeah, so basically like into my 30s, because I'm 35, right? So into my 30s was a lot of time of actually recovering from things. So I never... Stuff kind of stopped, I think, about 32 years old. A lot of stuff stopped going wrong, so to speak, and I started trying to make it right. So it's been a lot of effort. Is that you can repair the damaged spikes with wood nail gun? I can, but I also found that this game's like hitbox for stuff has been so fucking frustrating because I want to upgrade them to metal too. I love having like a shit ton of metal spikes around my base. You will definitely see that in the 7 Days to Die channel in Discord. My fucking water tower base with the billion fucking spikes. Oh, by the way, that place inside on the bottom floor and basement is actually completely filled with spikes. I never actually mentioned that. There's a photo in my Discord channel of a water tower base. And there's a lot more spikes involved in that place than it looks. You can do it for hammer as well. Yeah. Can. I often find when I'm trying to repair or hit these things, it normally doesn't let me. It normally just tries to repair the thing behind it. So I normally just try to destroy it. And also depends on how destroyed it is too. If it's like one tap away from destroyed, I'd rather just get rid of it and put down a new block. And yeah, the boxes on these are terrible. Like, you would think that anywhere within this zone would hit the box, but there's so many times I put one here and I hit the box like back there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, the lower right-hand corner or something like that, isn't it? Yeah. It's stupid. They used to be really good, like really solid, like pretty much where we're looking at like the X frame here and the center part that's going down the middle. Anywhere between there up to the white parts of the spike tips on the corners, in the center parts, you could hit anywhere and it would upgrade it. And it was so easy to do. But that's why, like, you know, when I was doing the horde base the other night, I just didn't bother upgrading. I just destroyed. Because every time I tried to upgrade something or I tried to destroy a specific one, it ended up destroying the wrong one. I also don't get much in the way of zombies out here, in all honesty. They're pretty good. I also need to upgrade the outside cobblestone wall to the 3rd row in case of bears and stacked zombies. I haven't done that yet. I kind of forgot that it's a double wall inside. I don't know how I forgot it's a double wall. It should be pretty obvious. But yeah, I usually also have the problem where when I build an outer wall, I tend to make it kind of smaller. Like, oh, this is all streaming. So I make it like these sort of things. There is something getting trapped in one of those fucking things around the corner. I make it like these sort of things, right? So this whole like... What the fuck is going on out there? Just listening to zombies just fucking destroy stuff that I just put down. Or it could have been a bunny, I don't know. Isn't it time for some rest? Not yet, because I was late starting, so I do want to make sure I've got like at least like majority of like a normal amount of time. Okay, that has to be a second horde. Yeah, so okay, so see how this is missing a part at the front here? Right? It's missing half of the box square. So if I was to put this in line with, say, if you let me do it, here, right? So there is actually a space that zombies can, and I am stretching, thank you, can actually move through. If you make a wall, the main wall, like this, the spikes don't start until they're that far away from the actual thing to begin with. So it makes it super difficult because you end up with like a tunnel effect behind it where you can't protect it and the zombies will get stuck in here and then break in and go behind them. So I do try to avoid making that as my outer wall nowadays. I'd rather just throw down a thick cube and deal with like the inner wall being like maybe thinner. Not so bad. I am going to go find out where the fuck that fucking whatever that was destroying it, because I don't really know what was doing something then. I thought it was a bunny at first. That sounds like zombies. Mate. Fuck off, yeah? Okay, yeah, let's try the... That's not a repair gun. This is a repair gun. Yeah, no, I don't want the wall. There we go. Okay, so yeah, you can get the... monkey's right. You can get, like, the bottom corner, and it does it all right. I gotta wait for this guy to, like, disintegrate before I can put down more spikes. That also looks like a zombie over there. Hey, mate. I think I can get you from this side. You gonna come over here? There you go. They're done. There must have been a horde earlier, and I probably didn't get them all. Is it? No, you can't see. You didn't hit anything. I did hit a few things. Oh, actually, yeah, with the mallet. Good point. I was going to say, I hit a few things with the gun. I did do that. I'm going to just do the second lap with the spikes, because I was intending to do this anyway, and it should stop them from getting all the way up to wall. Like, I should have also repaired the wall behind here before I actually did all this, but I don't really care. You'd be right. I don't get enough zombies out here on the average day to be that concerned. I also want to cut down a heap of my trees, but I'll probably have to do that on like Monday or something. Especially now that I've got the chainsaw. Plus, running a little bit of extra time too will be helping that chem station get going. So I doubt that it would have chocked up by now, because he said it was like, what, 100 and something hours that it would run for, and I don't think it would be full now. It would have like a spot and maybe like a full canister, but that may be about it. I don't know, it's been ages since I made them. Last time I did the fuel production, I had like all the chem perks in like the previous editions of the game and stuff, and it was like instant, super fast, instant, massive stacks of fucking fuel. So there was like basically no downtime. So I have zero concept of what's a normal time frame to make fuel anymore. It's great. One of those things. Now, if they want to, they can take out this tree. I'm not actually going to cut it down because I've got no problem with it. I actually like it as a general feature in this area. And I don't think it detracts from my spike wall at all. I should have enough cobblestone after this to do the last couple of upgrades inside. No, it's not up to 2. I could honestly do them upgraded on the inside, but I am going to go around outside first. Max out everything in the game, or you just forced into specialization. So you can max out everything in the game. That's what I did on my last map. I was going for completion hunter, which is basically where you have maximum levels, all the perks. At the time, we didn't have skill crafting book things, so it was really just the perks, and what you'd get is you'd have books. I'll show you in a sec. Just put that down. There we go. All right, yeah, I'll go inside and I'll show you what I mean. I almost got rid of my death penalty too. A few more upgraded walls should be enough to do it, I think. Okay. And I should have some water. But first, so these are your skills are basically all your perks, right? So you've got like your different types and the ones under them and stuff. And each one requires at least 1 point to begin with. When it gets down near the end, it will start to require 3 points, etc. per thing. So if I want to get maximum Spearmaster, I must first get basically maximum perception, which means however many points I need to add up to make this complete. It's like 2 points, 2 points, 3, whatever, on the lower down ones, right? And then I have to put in allocated points of these, and I think this is, it needs perception 10, but it would also need like 1 or 2 points as well. So once you've done that on all these pages and all of these things, and you've maximized your level, right, there used to just be books. What you do is you would have to read in the books, all of them, right? So each book has about 7. And the idea is you have to find and read that book to get that skill or that perk or whatever on the book. I'm just going to take more water before I have another coughing fit. Yeah. So that's essentially what I had. So what I was looking for in the last map was Magnum Enforcer Volume 6. And I couldn't find it anywhere. So you got the most important book, the coffee book. Is there a coffee book? Wait, there's probably not. I don't think there is a specific like coffee book. Oh wait, shit, there is. Sorry, there's when you're mining and stuff, you get you use the coffee to get better or like better fucking stamina and shit. I fucking forgot about that. I don't know how I forgot about that. I'm trying not to have a coughing fit while laughing. So now they added in these things called crafting skills, right? So now we've also got to find, on top of all those things, is you now have to find, say, 100 harvesting toolbooks to be able to max out the ability to do that. I think 100 is the maximum that you can have on any one thing. Some of them are less, like, for instance, seeds are 20. I've already maxed that. So basically, I shouldn't read any more books that are crafting seeds. I should give them to other people so that they can also get skills in that. So this makes it harder because you just have to find these to level up. But the hardest one to complete is the schematics books, which I can't demonstrate for you. But essentially, it's kind of like you have to find... that's going to be annoying. Really the closest thing I could think of would be something along the lines of something I could make. Tools? Yeah, okay, something like this, where it would require... Like in this case, it requires workstations 20. But in the way that schematics would work is you would have to read the schematic to be able to craft a thing, right? But there's no way to track schematics in the game unless you manage to find 2 of them, and at any given time you keep a record of the second one to make sure that you've got it. But you'd essentially have to look up the 7 Days wiki to make sure you even have them all to begin with. So yeah, there's that. So it's not impossible to completely max out absolutely everything and just go fucking hard at the game. A lot of people do have substantial hours on this game. Not just fucking playing it, the crafting aspect, like the zombie killing aspect. Like, I know one of my followers, Mirthless, is on like, was it day 400 and something or whatever? And like the level of zombies and the level of like skill and shit that they've got is like beyond it. But in saying that too, like the maximum level was what, 300? And last time I was in the Completion Hunter, I was 324, being that 300 is the maximum, and I had 24 points unallocated in here that, where does it show up that? There. I had 24 points that I couldn't allocate, which meant I had 24 additional levels past the maximum. So that was basically the only way I could tell that like I'd already done that. I should actually put some points into things, eh? Get strength, and we'll get my skull crusher up. Nice. So now when I hit zombies, they should absolutely fucking be decimated. It should already be that I've got a chance to dismember them and stuff. Pretty sure. Was it yesterday when we raided this dude who was just casually doing a base, monitoring electricity? Yeah, that was Mirthless. Yeah, so he's one of my followers, but I also watch his streams. Like, I actively, like, can't believe the size of his base and the stuff that they've got. They also have what appears to be a more public play server as well. I have been invited to play, but I don't have that kind of free time, unfortunately, to spread out. And I'm still in the process of learning Alpha 21. So I do want to experience everything myself first on this channel before I start playing around with like elsewhere. Although it is interesting because I haven't seen anything yet that specifically has like spoiled me for Alpha 21. It's basically all the same kind of stuff. It's just like little subtle differences here and there for some things. I noticed because I've played fucking hours and hours of 7 Days in the like years that I've played it. So I notice when something is a little different. Especially, I like the POIs being different. That's a nice change. A nice puzzle, a different puzzle to solve than what I'm familiar with, you know? Hey, how's the cobblestone going? I've got enough to be out here. Speak of the devil. Hey, Mirthless. We were just talking about your base. And, like, maxing out a game character and stuff. Literally just finished talking about it. How you doing, man? I probably won't be able to, if you're streaming straight after me, I'll probably be able to raid you, but I won't be able to, like, actively watch. Because I'm, like, unwell. Like, not well kind of thing, as you know. So I'm going to pretty much try to just go to sleep straight after stream. Just leave my editing to tomorrow and stuff. Your ears must have been itching. Maybe. It's all good. It's Crohn's. But I am feeling better after, like, spending time with everybody in chat. It's been actually really great. Like, I don't know why, but I didn't feel like I could be here today, and then actually being here and everybody being so awesome has just actually made me really feel great. Like, not, like, I'm not 100% better, but I feel emotionally better, which is nice. I don't usually get that kind of turnaround psychologically much with Crohn's. I was gonna say, I'm like, there's gonna be like, I've had two kind of hordes mill their way in here so far. Alright, that's obviously... Oh, is it that I just don't have it? I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I didn't click it already. I'm slowly making cobblestone. I'm making farm plots back inside. We just got mini bikes, Mathis. That's what we just got earlier. We finally got ourselves some mini bikes, finally. The only problem is we have all used up our fuel. So we went out and we did some mining of some oil shale. And Grim was making us some fuel before he hopped off. So hopefully for Monday we'll actually have some fuel to get out and do stuff, like be it mining, or for me, I'd like to have some for my trees. That would be really nice. I'd really like to use the new chainsaw that I got as a reward. That would be great. I finished upgrading my walls at this point in time. They are as upgraded as I can need them to be. I've got all my little corner thingies here, so I can get up. At any given time, I should be able to run up to at least a side. I normally wouldn't make a wall that looks like this. Like, you guys can see in my 7 Days channel in Discord what my walls generally look like. I'm going to put a door here because the game will not let me put anything there. So I'm assuming that this is a buried supplies or treasure location. So, yeah. Is there an audio setting for the building sounds? Impact driver is really hard on the ears. Unfortunately, no. I fully fucking sympathize, Shadow. Preferably for me, the chainsaw is the worst. The auger's borderline, but the chainsaw is the worst for me. This, unfortunately, I can't turn it down without turning down the entire game. And that leaves me vulnerable to zombies basically coming up and eating me. So that's the only reason why I don't do it. I know when Grim goes mining and stuff, he does down his audio in the entire game. So what we end up having is Grim dying out of the blue and it being a zombie having nibbled him randomly, which is not the greatest thing to have happen, because all of a sudden he'll be back at base or something. Oh, Snap's back from lurking. Let's see. Walls are fantastic. Love the spikes. Yeah, I agree. I can't stand the chainsaw. I just don't like the sound of it. It sounds like some kind of like plastic or some shit running. It just sounds stupid. Like I was gonna go demonstrate it, but if the impact driver has been hard on your ears, I don't want to make it worse for you, Shadow. Death with Dead. Yeah. Grim definitely plays it a bit more hardy than I do for that. But yeah, I'm working on when my voice stops fucking off. I am working currently on getting a double bed in here. I have just made my, in brackets, cupboard, which is storage boxes. So yeah, that's going to be a cupboard. That's right. I need to put a box up on there. Voice cracking. No, it's just I've been like, oh, I can make cobblestone block. I've been talking a lot tonight, which is good. It's just a lot more than I have. I don't know. I don't usually talk a lot. Like, as soon as I'm not streaming, I don't talk much at all. At all, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, when I am actually like, what you call it? Talking for ages in stream, like when I really get chatting like we have been for like the last hour or so, that's when my voice just goes, nah, fuck this, I'm out of here. Like it literally does like the whole SpongeBob thing of like, I'm gonna head out kind of thing. And I just sit here like, thanks, I needed that. Did I put the farm plots away? God damn it. Yeah, so that's essentially what happens to my fucking voice. It's annoying. I'm hoping that when summer comes around... Where did I put them? Oh, yeah, in here. That's right. Fucking hell. I'm hoping that when summer comes around and it's warmer, maybe my voice won't be as afflicted. When it's warmer. No, it's winter for me. But at the moment, because it's winter, I think the discrepancy in the air that I'm breathing in... And yes, I do actually breathe air in between, like, talking. I know that there is a conspiracy that I don't actually breathe, but I do actually breathe. And when I do, if the air is cold around me, it can sometimes like, I don't know, just like, I guess what it does is it probably like constricts my throat or something like that in a way that like fucks with my voice box thing. I don't know. I am also greatly prone to laryngitis as well, so the loss of voice. So I think it could just be something I'm fucking predisposed for. Maybe. I'm unsure. I have not asked a specific medical professional about said situation yet. I will if it keeps persisting though. Because like I need to be able to speak. What's it for us in Canada? We do not suggest deep breaths. It will end up freezing your vocal cords. Oh. Yikes. That actually sounds really fucking painful. And also weirdly educationally beneficial. It's something that people should know. Like in a good way. By the way, like in Canada and stuff, you get like the minus 30, minus up to minus 40, don't you? I'm pretty sure it was Canada, I think, that has it. Was it hot cocoa fixes it? I can't. Dairy. Can't dairy. It sucks because hot cocoa is, I don't know. I like the smell of it. It makes me pretty sick. I've tried it with like, I've tried hot chocolates with water and not milk, and ugh. No. Minus 50, holy shit. It's the North Pole. Oh man. Alright, I think that's as much as I can fucking plant. That we do not have hot cocoa with no chocolate. Well, I mean, I could just warm up chocolate, theoretically. Right, if it's with water and it's shit, right? And if it's with milk, I get sick. So if I just had it with just heating up the chocolate, it could be okay like that. Alright. Maybe. I think I've mostly upgraded everything. I just thought I'd peek up there because I wasn't sure. Sorry, how does that work? Cocoa is chocolate? You mean that... Oh, you mean that type of hot cocoa? Man, I don't fucking know what you guys are on about. I just assume we're talking about like a chocolatey drink. That's where my assumptions were. If it's not so much that, I'm honestly like lost. Mirthless, if you're going to be online in like the next couple of minutes, I don't mind like waiting out. I don't want to rush you to like get started or something like that if you're not like ready or if you're not streaming tonight. I already know that like nobody else that I know is online at this time. Assumption is also hot chocolate. Yeah, see, that's where my assumptions were. I like this. I can kind of stand outside. I'm still apparently 100% wet. What if I stand in here? Is it the same? Still wet. What about inside? A little less wet. Okay, that's an improvement. They used to have it that, like, if you were inside, you'd get wet. Wait a minute, is it just going down from where it was? Hold up, let's see if this actually goes, because they may have fixed a mechanic where you get rained on inside regardless. What's it, do you drink? Heated coconuts. What? So in Canada, any sweet hot drink in winter is hot cocoa. Americans and a coffee. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I had the like presumption that it was hot chocolate. Hot chocolate in Australia is literally, okay, there's two ways you can go about it. You either get drinking chocolate or you get Milo, right? Which is a malt chocolate. I personally do not like Milo malt chocolates. I do not like that. But then again, I also do not like my Milo to be stirred either. I prefer to eat it as raw granules with a side of milk. That is actually my preference. Possibly floating on the milk. That is also preferable, but not stirred. As for drinking chocolate, though, drinking chocolate's okay, but a lot of ours is like gritty. Like, even if you dissolve it well, it's still like gritty. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. It's my person's not hungry. Oh, she is actually hungry. So hold up. Like, I tried making like syrup and stuff out of like our drinking chocolate. Like, it's not like the rich kind of like overseas chocolates that you kind of just get. It's genuinely kind of bad. Um, well, that fucking stopped suddenly. Look, it's my fucking rained on enough thing is actually going down. I think they have actually fixed the roof. You take your cocoa shaken, not stirred. James acrylic bond. Pretty much. I was waiting for somebody to do the comparison.